month. Now for something a little different, and with a BA Honours degree in Fine Art under his belt and rugby and music playing a big part in his life, Mark Nelson took time out to speak to Talking Sharks about his love for the brush and easel at the Whalley Art Deco Gallery.
You've been on my mind all this time. You've been on my mind.
I always liked doodling when I was a little kid and like running around with a ball when I was a little kid. So at pretty much the same time then I went to art college in Liverpool in the late 70s, early 80s, and it was very vibrant then. And you know, I taught art prior to going into full-time rugby, so I've always had an attachment to art. Well, when I was playing coaching full-time, it was a kind of a release. It was, you know, you had the rigours of training, the pressures of the game, pressures that come with coaching, and it is kind of a release to express yourself on canvas in your own little world. So I've had it not therapeutic, but another element to you know, to the day. Well, I'm from Lancashire, I'm a Lancastrian, I'm very proud to be so. There's very unique you know, landscape in East Lancashire, particularly where I'm from, where the hills and the towns sort of blend into one. There's a lot of valleys and the sort of towns have grown into the landscape. And I've always seen that as a very interesting concept and very a lot of form in it, and it's a very colourful environment, and you know, my paintings have evolved from that sort of basis. Because they're not of a specific scene, they're evocative of sort of references I have sort of in my mind's eye, and I put them together in a composition. So you know, as you point out, they evoke memories from you sort of throughout my life.
Just wondering as well, do they reflect your personality in any way? Because I know you've got that one of you on the sofa.
Yeah, I think in a way they do, because I'm sort of like a product of the area. There's an old phrase that says you can take the boy out of corn, but you can't take corn out of the boy. And to an extent, it's rather chaotic, the paintings I do. I'm not the most organised person in the world, and my paintings do sort of represent a sort of chaos, which, you know, is there and is present, you know, in the landscape. As a Milltown scene, that's actually, you could almost say, sort of my flagship painting. That's appeared in sort of various publications. It's been on CD covers. It's a popular painting. People sort of equate me to this sort of style. The one you see there is a self-portrait. I do a lot of my work, unlike what you associate the traditional artistic pose of standing in front of an easel. I do quite a lot of it sitting on a settee, painting with it sort of balanced on the canvas balance of chair. So that was a kind of reference to my painting there. The one above is a winter scene. Obviously, living in the sort of the hills, we do get quite a lot of snow, but I think the snow adds a certain colour and a different atmosphere, particularly in the sky. That's probably the most realistic one. That's a scene of Accrington. A lot of my towns feature viaducts, and you know that there is a really beautiful viaduct which runs through Accrington. There's one here in Whalley, and that blends in nicely, and the one just behind me there is a kind of again a summer one with I saw a hill in the background which was absolutely bright red, so that's called Red Hill. People do buy them. I've got certain collectors who, you know, when I do new work, they come to the shows that I do. There's been a lot of interest here at the gallery from people who've seen it in the press and seen it in Lancashire Life. So they come on down to Art Deco and have a look, and you know, he's popular.